So, hi everyone! Good afternoon. I'm Rose Ann Banagodos, Marketing Executive here in Fil-Global Immigration Services Corporation. And then we're located here in Times Plaza, United Nations Avenue, Corner Ermita, Manila. So now, I would like to welcome you all in this live talk show here in Facebook Live. Hi guys, and our partner school is Niagara College in Toronto. So what are the benefits of this live talk show? So first, you will get to know which program are you're most qualified to. So during this talk show, malalaman natin kung ano ba yung mga programs na pwede sa inyo, pwede sa qualifications ninyo, kung ano ba yung mga professional background nyo, or kung ano yung natapos ninyo. Also in this live talk show, you will get to know if meron bang scholarship na ino-offer si Niagara College. Also, we have, ano bang malalaman nyo din? Also, what are the requirements? Ano bang kailangan? Kailangan ba is college graduate? Kailangan ba may master's degree? Or kahit high school grad, ina-accept ba to ni Niagara College in Toronto? So, kailangan nyo ring malaman, or kung gusto nyo ring malaman if meron bang IELTS. So, malalaman din natin sa talk show na to, sa discussion with our representative school, if wave ba yung IELTS, if meron naman po, ano po yung mga courses na nangangailangan ng IELTS. And then, if meron tayong mga scholarships. So, what are the scholarships? If meron bang ino-offer si Niagara College in Toronto. Also, if after ng studies natin, kasi ito yung importante, after ba ng studies natin is, ano ba yung mabe-benefit natin once na nag-aral tayo doon? Meron ba tayong 100% support na work pagdating natin doon, or pag natapos na tayo ng ating program? Also, ang kailangan din nating malaman is, meron bang accommodation na ino-offer, or meron bang may offer si Niagara College once na nandun na tayo sa Canada, if meron ba tayong matutuluyan doon? And then, lastly, is if meron silang PGWP, if may pathway ba si Niagara College in terms of permanent residency. So yun kasi yung mga most talk or most frequently asked questions na kailangan nating malaman. So before we start, one of our guest speaker is the managing director is si Sir Birch Ian Rani, since nandito tayo sa Manila branch. So later on, I will introduce Sir Birch Ian Rani, yung managing director natin. And also we have our guest speaker, si Miss May Rivera Papa, the business development manager in Niagara College, Toronto. So guys, wait lang tayo, like mga ilang minutes, and then mag-start tayo mag-take down notes, but before the question and answer, or also after the question and answer natin sa live talk show natin na to. So guys,
Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Bert Franis. I'm the Managing Director of Fil-Global Immigration Services Corporation. And we're live here at Fil-Global Times Plaza building in Ermita, Manila. And with me is a very beautiful guest, Ms. May Rivera Papa. She's the Business Development Manager of Niagara College in Toronto. Just fix my So, May, thank you for coming here sa office, ha?
Yes, my pleasure, Bert.
Kumusta ka naman?
Okay naman.
So, May and I have been friends so long ago pa, 10 years, no?
Yes.
Back in the UK pa.
Yes, back in the UK.
And right now, both of us are in the Philippines, and actually we're promoting Canada. So for Fil-Global, it's one of our premier destinations, si Canada. And today, we'll be discussing a very important subject matter, which is the promotion of Niagara College in Canada. Bakit tayo mag-aaral and magtatrabaho sa Canada, specifically in Toronto? Okay, so let's start with a few of our questions from the group na binigay sa atin. So, ano yung bagong partnership ng Niagara College with with your organization, di ba?
Yes, it's Global University.
Global
System.
University.
Yes.
So, what's this new partnership that they have right now?
Yes, so basically, like our company, which is Global University System, it's a UK-based company. Actually, we're the company who's also.
So, galing UK din.
Yes, galing UK din. Who we have this partnership now with Niagara College, and then together with one of our institution in Toronto, which is Toronto School of Management. So this partnership, came up, and now we have the campus in Toronto. That's why this specific college is called Niagara College Toronto.
We've been working with Niagara College for almost 3-4 years now, and luckily, they were able to invite me 2 years ago, before COVID, to visit their campus, May. And
Yeah.
it's quite a huge campus. And during that time nga, parang inisip ko, kasi we landed from Manila, if you fly to Toronto, magsastop over mostly sa Vancouver,
Okay,
if you ride
okay.
with Philippine Airlines.
Yes.
Then pagdating ng Toronto, it's about an hour, kinuha kami ng Niagara College, nag-bus kami, going to
Wow.
the campus. So, and then sabi ko nga, akala ko si Niagara College may campus sa Toronto, but that time wala pang campus. But just
yes.
recently, kailan nag-start to?
Yes, so actually we just launched to the Philippines like 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
So very new yung campus natin, but of course it's Niagara College, and Niagara College, is an established institution already for a long time, like more than 50 years already. So we're very excited with this partnership with Niagara College having the Toronto campus.
Specifically in the metropolitan Toronto area, like saan siya sa Toronto, May?
Yeah, it's actually in downtown Toronto.
So, kapag I'll study there, say for example, if sisipagin akong mag-postgraduate in nursing. By the way, guys, I'm Birch. I'm a nursing professional as well. And ito si Niagara College are very famous to caregivers, mga gustong mag-aral ng nursing, who wants to study business. They even have a hospitality degree. So, all sorts of courses. But I do know na may mga specific courses lang na kinikater si Toronto campus. And so, we're excited kasi kung nasa downtown lang siya, I can probably just walk and then get to a train.
Yes,
And then malapit lang
that's
siya sa
true.
bahay. Parang London life lang natin before.
Yes,
No?
very accessible, to the transportation. Like London Underground, it's like everywhere in London is connected. So it's the same in this area in Toronto.
Okay. So can we talk about the programs na pwedeng aralin ng mga students natin who wants to fly to Toronto?
Yes. So we have actually 4 programs at the moment. This is just a starting program. So later on, we will add more. So the first program is under the undergraduate program. It's called Business General. So we have 3 courses for the graduate program. First one is International Business Management. We have Human Resources Management. And the third one is Hospitality and Tourism Management. So if you think about it, okay, these courses that we have are the 4 most sought courses now, in the industry. So when you finish these courses, you join the Canadian workforce, you join the Philippine workforce, you're job ready.
Yeah, so in my case, for example, I also applied for a student visa. I think 10 years ago, yung hype noon, May, was to go to London and to study in the UK, di ba? And then, isa ako dun, like 15 years ago, because I finished my nursing 2006. I flew to London 2010. I worked there for 5 years. And then, after 5 years of working abroad kasi, you could also probably decide na you can come back to the Philippines and settle down here. Kasi maganda naman talaga sa Pilipinas din. So, ano yung advantage kaya if ever mag-aaral siya sa Niagara College? Like, ano yung mga benefits sa tingin mo na makukuha ng mga students?
Yes, so the first benefit that they're going to get, of course, after they finish the program, they're going to have an internationally recognized qualification. That's number one. So, you know,
like wherever they go, no?
Yes,
Parang dala-dala nila na they have a Canadian diploma.
Yes, that's true. And the second thing is, I mentioned earlier, once you finish the program, you'll be job ready. You know, so for example, you finish the international business management, then there's a lot of work that you can apply already, like a custom broker.
I think I've read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Like parang Niagara College, they have this parang slogan, apply dreams.
Yes, yes.
So it's like Niagara College, unlike other universities in the Philippines and mga colleges, tipong if you go to study here, di ba, sa Pilipinas, we study Monday to Friday. We even have to spend some time overnight sa bahay ng mga classmates natin, Saturday, Sunday. Parang full-time student.
True, that's
But we
true.
even take courses that are not relevant to our, like say, mag-aral ka religion, mag-aral ka ng mga physical fitness stuff, mag-aral ka ng languages, which is hindi siya related na sa course na kukunin mo. So, siguro yung meaning ng applied dreams when we say with Niagara College, ito ba yung tipong they want you to learn the skills of a professional?
Yes, that's very true. And that's another, you know, if you're going to distinguish between the colleges and the university, because some, you know, people, like mostly of the Philippines especially, they're really like into like a study that they think, okay, if I'm going to a colleges, maybe it's, you know, a downgrade or the qualification would be different. No, actually, it's the same. There's no difference between university and Canada, you know, and colleges in Canada. You will get the same qualification. Only the difference is, of course, the method of teaching between the university and the colleges. Of course, colleges small class sizes, but one of the advantage that I can say is like the tuition fee in colleges is less expensive, way more or less, you know, than the university.
Almost 50% cheaper,
Yes.
like, compared to the university.
Yes, so practicality-wise, if you're going to get the same qualification, for me, you know, so why not choose college?
Choose a college.
Yes.
So, talking about getting into Niagara, kung ako yung isang estudyante na gusto mag-aral ng Canada, what do I need to prepare for the admissions, May?
Yes, so admission requirements natin is very easy. Wala tayong medyo very complicated requirements for that. So, first lang for the undergraduate program. So, this program is actually, by the way, for the high school graduates. So, high school graduate can apply.
So, pwede yung mga kakagraduate
Yes.
lang? The K-12?
K-12, yes.
How
very
about
much.
hindi yung from the old curriculum?
Yes, the old curriculum. That's why I'm saying the high school graduates.
Pwede din sila?
Yes, pwede sila. So these people, they can apply the business general, and then the admission requirement for this course is only the high school diploma and the high school TOR or transcript of records. And then, with regards to the proof of English proficiency, very good news because actually last week lang tayo nagkaroon ng memo dyan, ng update, that wave na yung ating English proficiency.
Really?
Yes,
Is
sa
it
mga
for
Filipino.
all?
Yes, for all.
Before, it was like 9 schools only.
Yeah.
There was, parang may discrimination pa eh. Like, only to the 9 schools in the Philippines. But, is that true what I'm hearing here na parang pwede na lahat?
Pwede na lahat. So, ibig sabihin, walang IELTS, walang PTE.
But
and
you guys still require the like in-house exam or no more?
no more. You remember before we have the Duolingo? If you remember,
Yeah,
if they
Duolingo.
graduated
That's
from, you know, the school or the list of the schools, like, you know, like accredited schools and university in the Philippines, then no need to take the Duolingo. That's the condition before. But now, even Duolingo is not required.
That's good. So, guys, if you're listening here, and I know that you wanted to fly to Toronto, Canada, if you have some questions, please write here in the comment section. And our host today, Miss Ran, the one earlier, will read them to us para we can answer your questions. So, it's like once in a lifetime lang din na may free consultations tayo and we do it live, no? So, and that is because we have Miss May Rivera Papa here with us, hosting for today's talk show event. So, next, I have also here an inquiry, Miss May, about scholarships. Is it true na nagbibigay si Canada ng scholarship? As to what extent do they give?
So, with Niagara College Toronto, we have the Southeast Asia Scholarship. It's 1,000 Canadian dollar.
Oh,
Okay,
Canada.
so with regards to our partners institution, which is Toronto School of Management, I know Toronto School of Management started marketing to the Philippines already for
Your
more
sister
than a
school.
year. Yes,
Yeah.
so if you already enrolled or started studying in Toronto School of Management, we offer an alumni scholarship. This is called TESOM Alumni for 3,000 Canadian dollar.
So for the fresh students that's gonna come to Niagara College Toronto,
It's 1,000.
you can offer like $1,000.
Yes.
That's around 40,000 pesos.
Yes.
But for those na alumni na who are already in Toronto School of Management, which is a sister school of Niagara College Toronto, they can offer as much as 3,000.
Yes, 3,000. I mean, with the scholarship, no need to worry about application or anything. No need for that. Once you enrolled in Niagara College Toronto, upon admission, it will be automatically deducted to your tuition. But not on the first term. It's on the second term. You will see it in your letter of acceptance.
Can we talk about the tuition fees that Niagara College Toronto offer? Is it quite similar to the main campus?
Yes, we're the same.
The same lang talaga?
Yes, same. And we only require first term payment. For example, you're going to take the Business General, which is for 2 years. No need to pay the whole 2-year tuition fee. In one go. You just need to pay half of the 1 year, which is about 8,000 plus Canadian dollar.
Yeah, and this is what I like about Niagara College kasi some schools in Canada, to be honest, they don't provide the letter of acceptance if you don't pay the 1-year tuition fee or if you don't pay a portion of the tuition fee. But is it true, May, that if we already have if we pay only $100 for the application, the school, Niagara College, will give the LOA?
Yes, that's true. That's very correct word. So, we're talking about official LOA. We're not talking about conditional
Hindi lang siya offer letter.
Yes. No,
Sige
no,
guys,
no.
you have to remember, if you're applying sa agency nyo, you have to note na kapag hindi siya letter of acceptance, if it's not the LOA, that's not official. Hindi pwedeng gamitin pang lodge ng visa. Okay, so what May is offering here to us is that if you have 4,000 pesos, then you can lodge your visa na to Canada. Okay? Kasi may LOA ka na eh. Of course, it's advisable still, May, that the student pays tuition fee, right?
Yes, yes. It
Don't
is
get me
very
wrong.
advisable.
Even if 4,000 pesos lang siya, even if you say na pwede kang mag-lodge ng visa with only 4,000 pesos, magbabayad ka pa rin naman ng tuition fee sa Canada, di ba, when you get there. So some of my students, I encourage them to pay yung first term, which is
Yes.
not bad. Kasi at least it also shows to the embassy that you're capable of affording to live in Canada, di ba?
Yes, that's very true.
But I do have some parents kasi may, like sabi nila, we have the money and
Yeah.
it shows in our bank statement. So there's nothing wrong with it. Mga sigurista lang talaga na magulang.
Yes.
Yung tipo, can I get the LOA? And then I'm gonna support my child if kasi kausap ko yung mga
Yes,
magulang
yes,
because
yes.
of course they interested
Yeah,
to us
yeah.
to them. So, sige ma'am, wala namang problem.
Yeah.
We just present to the embassy that you have enough savings in the bank and then mag-LOA lang tayo. And then, but then, magbe-base tayo sa deadline, di ba?
Yes, there's
Because
a deadline.
there's a deadline with the LOA.
Yes, yes, that's
So,
true.
if the deadline is, I think, if your intake is September intake, it has to be 3 months before.
Yes, it's
Bayad ka na
usually
sa
in June
first
or
term.
July.
Yeah, so-
that's the deadline.
Yeah, so, but kung you get your visa before the deadline, then it means you don't have to pay for it, di ba? So, that's just the, kasi some students are confused lang, like, do they have to pay talaga the first year tuition fee? No, guys. You just have to pay for the application fee, which is 4,000 pesos, which is $100, then we can lodge your visa. But Ms. May will recommend that you would at least pay the first year term when you lodge it to also increase your chances. Parang raffle lang, increase
Yes.
your chances of winning.
Yes. So basically, Niagara College, we've been doing that for a long time already. Like you should at least pay the first term because we always want a very high chance of visa.
But you know what,
approval.
May? Thankfully, we have 100% approval sa
Yes.
mga students namin na ganun.
Yeah, that's
Kasi
true.
pinipili din namin kasi maganda yung profile ng student. Like, they studied in the US,
Yeah.
their family came from Dubai, they had a business there. So parang qualified naman talaga sila na okay lang, that's fine. Pero if I feel like the candidate is kind of 50-50,
Yes.
I encourage them to pay kasi risky din, di ba?
Yes, that's true. Otherwise, waste of time for everyone.
Yes,
know.
definitely.
Waste of money and waste of time.
And right now, guys, now is the best time to apply for Canada kasi mind you, we have a very high success rate of our visa approvals, like 90% high.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no such thing as 100% talaga, no? Kasi we're not God. Like, we can't determine your fate kung talagang para sa'yo talaga si Canada. There are times talaga na it's not for you, then you're meant to go to Australia. Or say, for example, spend time with yourself in Queensland, in Queenstown in New Zealand, di ba? Or baka same with us, na
Yes.
nag-start sa UK muna. Di ba? So, last question here, May, is that I have a question here from the crowd as to how Niagara College helps their students sa mga trabaho.
Yeah, so this is a very good question
Parang,
actually,
diba?
Birch. Yes,
Important
yes.
yan.
Very important yan kasi, you know, I encounter a lot during my consultation with the student. They're always asking about the accommodation. It's very understandable, accommodation and the support that the school is offering to them. Why? Because obviously, if you're going to study in Canada, okay, you as a student, you're allowed to work, of course, 20 hours per week. So, you need to get a part-time job. So,
Yeah.
the good thing is like we have a world-class career support services wherein we help our student upon, you know, starting their program in the school straight away. We will help them. So, the first step is like we do like personal branding. We help them writing their resume. We help them like
So I can come to you and
Yes.
then Niagara can help me with my CV.
Yes. Everything, you know, even mock interviews, Birch, you know, because basically if the Canadian employer, you know, interview you, you should know how to answer. We're not in the Philippines, guys, so it's different in Canada, so we help you with that. And then part of that support services as well is like we're going to help you like link you in all the networking events like job fair, career fair, and so on, so you'll find a job easily. Okay, that's 100%, you know, support that we're giving you. Plus, I may say that remember the school is in Toronto.
Yeah.
So that's another factor. Actually, that's the first factor because Toronto is the biggest city in Canada, you know.
It's like the hub of the world.
Yes. So population is about 2.8 million.
Is it the biggest? Bigger than Vancouver?
Yes, this is the biggest. And you know, the thing with this 2.8 population, you know, in Toronto, about 1.5 million has a full-time job. So you can see how high the employment rate is, you know? And the third thing about it, it's like aside from the location, of course, the career services that we're providing. Remember, we have a partnership of Toronto School of Management. And Toronto School of Management has a lot of partner companies already, hotels, restaurant, a lot of institution. We're in ready.
Sila yung makapag-connect
Yes,
sa
ready na siya dun sa ating mga Niagara College
I've heard nga
student.
na you guys do job fairs eh.
Yes, yes.
And they're not, they're actually telling the truth. I went to Niagara College and I have seen some Filipino students there. Ang happy nila. Like, basically, I was there, I met around 30 Filipino students. Like, I never saw one na parang sad about her life in Canada, his life in Canada, especially nag-aaral siya sa Niagara College. They're all
Yes,
excited.
yes. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
tumatanggap din sila ng mga part-time jobs for students. Like, there's some na naging assistant siya, and then there's some na may coffee shop sa baba sa Niagara College, doon sila nag-work.
Yes.
And are you aware, May, that they can work in campus and off campus?
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you share to the students as well, like, how does it work? Kasi ang alam nila, 20 hours lang.
Yes, yes.
Pero they don't know na pwede pala sila mag-work in campus and that adds to the number of hours of work still.
Yes, yes. So they can work in campus, of course, especially in the main campus, you know. But in Toronto campus, like Niagara College, Toronto, at the moment we're just offering, you know, like this job ready. Like for example, with our partner school in Toronto School of Management, wherein you know they can work immediately, but they can work full time during the term break. So that's one of the good things. So it's not just like we only like can work for the 20 hours per week during our study, but of course we have a term break. So in that term break, you know,
They're allowed to work full
yes,
time.
they're allowed to work full time. So that's really good.
And during the situation right now na may COVID, May, how do they pick up their students from the airport? Kasi part of what we do sa Fil-Global is we facilitate the pre-departure of our members. And so how does it work? Like if ever na darating sila sa
Yeah,
Toronto?
because this kind of services like the accommodation and the airport pickup, actually you can pre-arrange it before you travel
With
to
Niagara
Canada.
College?
Yes, with Niagara
Okay.
College. So we have a portal. In our portal, you just need to book, you know, this kind of services if you're going to avail it. So once you book for it, of course, everything will be arranged for you once you come to Canada. And speaking of accommodation, Birch, you know, the good thing with our accommodation, if you're going to help, you know, I mean, as assistance from us, it's like once you log in our portal for the accommodation, we have a partnership with Stay Canada and Casa Toronto. So meaning to say, if they're going to book, of course, you're going to book based on your suitable budget. It's up to you what do you want. So kung ano yung kaya ng budget natin. The good thing is, like, since we have a partnership with Forstay Canada and Casa Toronto, no need to pay for a deposit or advance.
So when they fly to Canada, doon na sila magbabayad?
Yes.
Okay, and do you know the average price of accommodation?
Yes, average price is about 500 Canadian dollar.
So around 20,000 pesos, 18,000 pesos? Parang
Yes,
you're
yes.
living in Makati or Manila lang.
Yes, could be less. Could be less. Depende sa area.
I think it's cheaper than my accommodation in the UK.
Yeah, you can tell me about it. It's very expensive.
Alright, so aside from that, let's talk about the Postgrad Work Permit program.
Yes.
So, yung Postgrad Work Permit, these are offers to the graduates of Canada, no? But then there's some schools na walang PGWP because you have to be a registered DLI school, and also may schools na may PGWP. So, is Niagara College Toronto PGWP qualified?
Yes, we are. Because Niagara College is a public school, guys. So it comes with a benefit. Any program that you're going to study in Niagara College, for example, our 2-year program, you're eligible to apply up to 3 years work PGWP, post-graduation work permit.
For the 2 years?
Yes, for the 2 years. So if you're going to take the 1-year program, so you're eligible the same duration, which is 1 year. But we're offering 1+1, like 2 1-year program. For example, you want to study international business management, and the second year you want to study hospitality and tourism management. Why not? They're related to each other. I mean, like, with that regard, so it's the duration would be 2 years. Then it will give you an eligibility to apply up to 3 years of PGW.
Does this include all the programs? You mentioned about business, hospitality, and
the
human resource.
Yes, all the programs.
All the programs are qualified for PGWP. So if you're a businessman, if you're a business graduate, pwede ka mag-apply. If you're a human resource personnel, if you are a psychology graduate, if you into the manpower industry, pwede ka dito mag-aral sa Niagara College Toronto. And lastly, if you're in the field of culinary hospitality,
Yes.
the tourism business.
First I was very surprised because during my training, when we do all checks about the courses and everything, of course we study everything. I was surprised to see that if you're a graduate of human resources management in Canada, the salary is very, very high.
Yeah,
It's
I
actually
think
one of the highest paid.
highest paid ang mga
Yes.
HR people.
Yes,
Oo.
very high, very
They're
high.
very important to the company. Kaya, of course, that's how Canada is. And Canada kasi, like, they look at the welfare of everyone. So, meron silang minimum wage law. And so, unlike here sa Philippines, like, diba, kapag nasa bahay ka lang, you're a cleaner, mababa yung sahod. But doon, kasi I've done all those jobs in the UK before. Kasi parang same lang kami ng salary ni. So, like, when I was working in the restaurant, naghugas ako ng mga pinggan noon, back when I was 25, parang I was earning around 100,000 pesos. Pero, same lang din sa mga friends ko na sa care home.
Correct.
Kasi I'm a nurse, but of
Correct.
course, sino ba dyan mga nurse na pinilit sa mga nanay nila before? Isa ako
Totoo.
doon. So that might be for you. And sometimes when you go abroad, it's about learning about yourself. Ako, feeling ko, I went abroad because I was soul searching. I was finding myself kasi that time, confused ako whether I'm gonna pursue nursing ba or I wanna do business or I wanna do something else.
Yeah.
So when I went there, parang at least doon tayo nagkakilala, di ba?
Yes.
It's so funny kasi
super payat ni Birch. Super totoy.
I met you in the bank.
In the Bank of the Philippine Islands.
And that time sa bank, I was working for a call center.
Yes,
And then nagbebenta ko ng SIM card ng Sun Cellular.
True. And then I'm doing my remittance, sending money to the Philippines, and he came to me like, Ate, please, bili ka na, please.
Ate, bumili ka ng calling card ko, please.
Like this, but Birch, to be honest, I keep on telling you this even before. The moment I see you, I know already that this guy, is going to do big in the future because I can see the determination, I can see the hard work, in you.
I mean, that was true to all of the students. Kasi I think lahat ng mga students na nasa abroad na ngayon experience that.
True.
I'm very sure, like 100%. Lahat kami went to all of these jobs and we're proud of it. I mean, once you go back to the Philippines, it will really change you. Like, ibang-iba ako before. Kasi before, like, I didn't really see the value of like our parents really work hard for money but sometimes hingi tayo allowance palagi.
Tama naman.
Tapos pagdating doon sa abroad, parang gamit mo na yung pera mo, you pay for your tuition, You can, but definitely, if you really work hard, you can buy what you want.
Yes,
Diba?
exactly. You were mentioning about this cleaning job, dishwashing. I mean, this is a decent job work. So when you're abroad, if you think about it, if you're in the Philippines doing a white collar job, you'll not even earn like 1% of the salary you're going to get.
Definitely.
So,
And sa isang araw lang, like, you can earn around 2,000 pesos and you
Correct.
can eat a huge meal.
yes, that's true.
Hey, going back to the topic, Bay, we want to talk about the current situation of Niagara College Toronto since nagkaroon ng COVID and there's already vaccines going around. Pa-vaccine ka ba?
Not yet.
You're not ready yet?
Pinag-iisipan ko pa.
But definitely, I will. I will.
Oh.
Kasi nurse ako eh.
Hintayin kita.
Sabihin ko sa'yo kapag may side effect.
Oh my God.
I'm sure, ano lang naman, mga rashes lang yan. But that would be fine.
Yeah.
It will be back up with science naman, for sure.
Yes, yes.
And I think it will be the new way forward of traveling. Kasi right now, all of our students needs the swab test. And thankfully, thanks to the management of Fil-Global, lahat ng members namin nalilipad, we have a new benefit na kasi. We covered the swab test already.
Oh, that's good.
So, but I would believe na there will have a passport na parang vaccine passport na kailangan natin yan. But currently right now for Niagara, like, do they have online classes at the moment or they go to school?
Yes, so for the May intake, which is the nearest intake that we have at the moment, so everything is still online. But for the September intake, we're still waiting for the update. So hopefully things will get better, guys. Like maybe in the middle of June or July, we'll announce, the update for how are we going to do the the classes, like if it's going to be online, it's going to be mixed, that they can go face to face. We'll definitely update.
I have a feeling that by July, I think they would start to experiment it. Kasi some of them have the vaccines already.
Yes,
So
hopefully.
probably once 100% are vaccinated, then they can go back to the online classes.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think nakikita ko rin ngayon na ang trend, the universities would start to accept online. Kasi ang nangyayari ngayon, even for Canada, they provide the postgrad work permit even if you're studying online.
Yes, that's
Diba?
true.
Is it a limit? Like, limited lang sila mag-aral ng 6 months for online?
Oh, no, actually, hindi naman siya limited din. So, kumbaga, what matters is it counts to the PGWP. It's a very, very good benefit.
Kailangan natin yan.
Diba?
Kasi, actually, yan yung isa sa reason why during the UK time, di ba? Parang nawala yung postgrad work permit
Correct.
Doon nahirapan ng mga students eh. And dito lang naman umaasa yung mga estudyante that they could find a full-time job.
True.
Because once they have the postgrad work permit, and that's 3 years, guys, my time, my postgrad work permit is only 2 years. Pressure ako maghanap ng employer. And then, thankfully, I was able to find one.
Yes.
And then for Canada, 3 years ang ibibigay sa inyo. And then, at the middle of it, kapag may postgrad work permit ka, if you work for 2 years, you're qualified to apply for express entry na. I have seen some friends ka na at least 1 year lang may express entry na
Yes,
sila.
that's
They
true.
become immigrant lang. And that's yan din sa kagandahan sa Canada. At least, wala silang pili with a profession. Kasi, I know some countries, they really specify na itong profession lang ang pwede mag-immigrant. But for Canada, as long as you work hard and you stay there for 2 years, legally, then you can get it. If you
Yes.
study and then you stay. Hindi din pwede na ginamit mo lang yung visa mo, nag-aral ka doon, tapos ending, nag-work ka lang. Kasi it would count eh. Education would count for points.
Yes, that's true. So that's how they count it, education plus the work experience, and then you can apply for the express entry.
Yeah, so perhaps Ran, you could review the questions that we have there. And then yung mga napili mong questions. So guys, if you have questions, write it down here sa comments below. Because Ran will read them to us, and then we could pick a few of them and answer it. Well, we have a very beautiful guest. We have Miss May Rivera Papa. So thank you for having us today.
Yes, I think we deserve a wine now.
Yes, so we can open it while Ran will give us questions. So
Yes.
this is from Canada ba?
Oh.
Villa Maria from New Zealand. So thank you Niagara College for the gift. Yes? Yes pa. Just read it to us na lang.
Okay, sir. Is there an age limit po if magsa-study doon? Or may preferred na age po ba para ma-accept sa Niagara College?
Yes. So the good thing, in not just in Niagara College, an institution, but if you're going to apply to Canada, there's no age limit. That's the good thing. So wala tayo.
In fairness to Niagara College, our oldest student was 53 years
Yes.
old, and she got her student visa approval. So there's no age limit, but of course we have to check if ever related ba yung course, kasi you need to be a genuine student as well.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so we don't discriminate by age kasi marami dun sa Canada na kahit matanda na, nag-work pa rin
Yes.
sila, nag-aaral sila,
Yes.
di ba?
It should not be, like a hindrance for anyone, because even if we're, old already, then why not? If you want to study, then let's study.
And mind you guys, everything is 100% online when we apply for the visa. So even if you're in Dubai, you're in Singapore, you're in the US doing your J1 visa, you're in Norway doing your au pair visa. Yesterday, meron akong student for Niagara as well.
Yes.
Au pair siya.
Yeah.
So nagpo-process kami na sa Norway siya. And
Norway.
thankfully, approved na yung visa niya.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's possible. Kasi once Fil-Global gets your visa, email lang siya, we'll send it to you. And then you can fly na cross country.
Wow. That's good.
Next question, Ran.
Okay. Sir, aside from the 1,000 Canadian dollars na scholarship upon enrollment, do you still offer scholarship, like academic scholarship?
Yes, academic scholarship, of course, subject for approval yet, for application. If they're going to maintain their grades, like really, really good grades, at least 80% of their grades, then they can apply for the academic scholarship once they're in Canada already.
Magkano yung academic scholarship mismo?
Usually, it's additional 1,000 Canadian dollar.
Okay.
Okay, sir, meron kasi ditong na-question ay, is there an IELTS?
No IELTS, everyone. No English exam. Good news for all the Filipinos because we don't want that. I know.
Kasi dati merong IELTS talaga si Niagara. That's why sometimes, if ever we compare Niagara with other schools, namibilit yung students, sir, ayoko mag-IELTS. Napipilitan kaming magbigay na ibang school.
Yes.
But then now, no more IELTS na talaga. Like, before kasi, there are only 9 schools na exempted. Today, everyone's exempted. As long as you're Filipino, you have a Filipino passport, and then you finish your bachelor's degree here or high school in the Philippines, then your medium of instruction is English, that's qualified na. Do they have to show the certificate of English instruction?
No need.
No
No
need
need
na.
for that. I'm very, very happy because I know how high.
There's some kasi na nahihirapan kumuha ng certificate of English.
Especially now na
Oo.
mahirap ang situation natin. I was mentioning, Bert, so I'm very, very proud because ang mga Pilipino is really mataas ang ating, English proficiency. So,
Yeah.
that's why most of the school are always considering to waive this one. And in fact, in Southeast Asia, tayo lang ang walang IELTS.
It was so funny. 2 years ago, I went to Niagara. I was so lucky kasi katabi ko si President ng Niagara College.
Yes.
Amazing guy.
Okay.
And then I told him, sir, can we waive IELTS for Filipinos? And then that time, they were not ready yet.
Yeah.
So please, we speak English really well. So I spoke English to
Yes.
to the President. And I'm so thankful na they realized
Yes.
na we are native English speakers din talaga. So definitely, thank you so much for that, sir. I hope you remember me. I want to visit you again. Let's proceed, Mr. Ann.
You mentioned a while ago na merong additional working hours in campus. So aside from the 20 hours na part-time job, additional pa po ba yun? Or
That one is actually offered in the main campus.
Yes. So, if ever na pupunta sila sa main campus to work. But then, for Niagara College Toronto, since you will have a lot of opportunities in Toronto talaga, then you might have to stick with your 20 hours job. But if ever na it's your holiday, then you can work full-time.
Yes.
And normally, like, is that 3 months study, then 1 month holiday kayo dun?
Usually
how does
it's
it work
like that. Yes.
Yeah, kasi when I
Usually
was studying before, when I did my master's in hospitality, we study Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we work. So parang twice a week lang yung pasok, May.
Yes.
So same thing then with you
Yes,
guys.
yes, UK, Birch. The good thing is like in the UK, how much is the allowed for the student per hour? It's 10 hours. They reduce it to 10
yes,
hours.
they reduce it before to 10.
So we have 20 hours in Canada. So that's good enough for you to sustain your living. Then basta masipag lang kayo, and then wala na yung pili-pili sa work. Pagdating doon, it doesn't matter kung anong meron tayo sa Pilipinas. Once you study abroad, this is one tip lang na pwede kong ibigay sa inyo because you have to be, ready. Kasi hindi tayo pupunta doon na everything will be easy. Wala namang easy in life. You have to work hard for everything,
Easy money, easy
Yes,
go.
because we have a goal at the end of everything. So dapat we work hard for everything.
I mean, I think that's with success. You have to really work hard for it if you really want to taste
Yes.
success, di ba?
True.
Parang yun nga, everything that has to be beautiful has to undergo pain.
Yes, walang magic.
May hugot.
May hugot.
Alright. Next question, Ran.
how much po yung usually na tuition?
Yes.
Tuition fee.
Usually for a year, it's about 16,000 Canadian dollar. So again, one-term payment lang tayo, which is for the 6 months. Dito sa atin, parang one semester yan. So half lang, mga 8,000 plus Canadian dollar. So I was always saying, you know, we're not like other colleges. So we're offering, okay, 2,000, 3,000, or 4,000 Canadian dollar lang. So the reason for that is like, we always want to get a high chance of visa approval. Kasi otherwise, we're just gonna waste our time refunding and so on and so forth. So Niagara College, you know, has been in the Philippines for more than like how many years already, and the success rate of visa approval is really, really high.
Yes. A lot of my friends from Dumaguete City na mga nurses are studying actually in Niagara College kasi I'm from Dumaguete, May.
Yeah.
I did my nursing there sa
Yes.
Siliman University, and then currently they're happy there and they're nurses already. So they use that as a stepping stone to get their nursing profession. Luckily, si Niagara College in Toronto will be getting more courses kasi kakabukas lang. Like, when did you open the campus there?
Actually, 3 weeks ago lang, Bert.
So really, really new, and we're
Really,
very
really
proud
new.
to have Miss May Papa here because Fil-Global is one of the few agencies lang talaga na nabigyan ng opportunity na to sell the Toronto campus now. Kasi bagong-bagong program lang siya. Okay? Next question, Ran?
Last, sir. Usually, ilang months po yung process once na nag-apply tayo kay Niagara College?
When you say process, we're talking about the letter of acceptance,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, pag ang ating requirements, yung ating entry requirements for admission is all good, walang problema. For example, ang nagiging common problem is like not readable ang ating transcript or ang ating diploma, you know, something like that. Kung everything is clear, walang problem, minimum tayo ng 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks lang.
We're good? Alright, guys. I have a last question to May. So, I know na we were able to mention about Canada already. But honestly speaking, May, like between all the countries right now, Canada, Australia, UK, US, you can be biased, like, would you recommend na mag-aaral ang mga students sa Canada talaga?
Yes, of course. It's not just because, you know, I'm from Niagara College, Toronto, and our school is in Canada. But the reason for that is...
No bias.
No bias. Okay, so if you think about it, you know, the border of Canada has been open since October 2020, last year, despite of pandemic. So most of our students in the main campus in Niagara College, main campus, already studying on their January intake. So meaning to say they're in Canada already. So, you know, and Canada, you know, if you're going to study in Canada, you're going to study and live in one of the best country in the world. High quality of living, you know, and high quality of education is offered in Canada. Job ready after the program, you know, you finish the program. And there's a lot of reasons. Canada is one of the safest country in the world, guys. So it's very important. Yung safety natin is very important because we're going to study, especially kung wala tayong kamag-anak, wala tayong relatives, we don't know anyone there. Lalo na yung ating mga K-12 graduate, they're very, very young. So we can assure the parents that the country is one of the safest country in the world.
So yung crime rate sa Toronto,
Very low.
sa crime rate sa Manila, do you think mas mataas si Manila?
Yeah, of course. No doubt.
Alright, so if may advice tayong mabibigay sa mga viewers natin who's watching us worldwide, Miss May, what could you advise to the students about studying abroad?
Yes, so ang advice ko lang sa inyo guys, if you're going to think about studying abroad, first, think about what is your purpose. You know, ano yung purpose natin? You have to have a very concrete, you know, plan in mind kung ano yung reason why you are going to study. Because that's the first step. You know, everything will come after that.
Paano
So,
kung ang purpose heartbroken siya?
heartbroken pwede din. You know, to get away from people around him or her in the Philippines. Pwede rin tayo dyan. Go to Canada, live a new life, a much better life, of course. And sabi nga ni Barts kanina, walang sad, all happy. We want everyone to be happy. And another thing is we have to be open-minded lagi, no? So this is a pathway for you guys, a very, very good pathway that can change your life. You know, it's a
Definitely.
lifetime opportunity. Very, very good pathway for everyone. If you want to change your life, you have to take this opportunity, guys. This is the fastest way. You go to the country and explore the country, whatever option for you. It's either you work there, you live there in the future, then it's entirely up to you.
So guys, if you're looking for a sign then this is it. Kasi sometimes we're looking for signs eh. So, isa yan sa ginawa ko din before when I actually wanted to move abroad. Kasi I'm very patriotic. I love my
Yes.
country. I love really living in the Philippines, serving my fellow men, kanuhay. But then, for some reason, kasi I've been parang convincing my friends na wag na tayo mag-abroad, dito na tayo sa Pilipinas, masaya dito. But for some reason, parang I have to eat my own words. Nag-abroad din ako.
Totoo.
But then, I found my purpose. Definitely, if I did not go there, I could not probably have realized na there's an opportunity for Filipinos to study abroad.
That's true.
Kasi dati parang wala lang, yung tipong pupunta ka lang doon, tapos you would look for a job and that's it. But it's not like that pala, May.
Yeah.
You can actually use an opportunity to learn, to grow, to
True.
improve your career, and then you can come back. Or you can stay behind and eventually settle down and bring your family with you.
Yeah,
Diba?
that's
so,
true.
thank you so much, guys. And don't we have any follow-up questions, Miss Ran?
Yeah, that's another thing, pahabol. Because you mentioned about family, that's the good thing. Once ang student natin, accepted, got their visa, started schooling in Canada, then they're allowed to bring their spouse and the children. The spouse can work full-time, open work permit, and then the children, they can study up to high school in a public institution in Canada for free.
And the kids get free education in
Yes,
Canada.
until
So that's
high school.
also a huge saving. Kasi how much is one child studying? Ikaw,
Correct.
you have kids, May,
Of
right?
course.
Three
Oh my God,
wonderful
Bert.
kids, right?
Tell me about it.
How much is an investment for one child?
Oh
Like
my
from
God.
kindergarten to college?
I think it's million already.
So sabi nga nila, if you have 3 kids, you have 3 million.
Oh my God. I'm
You're a
rich.
millionaire. But in Canada, it's provided free sa education sa government, no? So parang you can also invest it there na you study there and then your kids get to study for free. And tama yung sinabi mo, the spouses get an
Yes.
open work permit visa, which we Fil-Global can manage as well. And once nag-open work permit sila, this is not limited only to spouses. Pwedeng mga boyfriend, girlfriend, no?
Yes.
Yes. Even same-sex
Common law-
couples can
common
be,
law partner.
pwede sila common law partners. If you are living in together, pwede siyang i-apply for open work permit. Alright? So, I guess that's it, Ran. So, thank you so much. Miss May, thank you so much. In behalf of Fil-Global Immigration Services Corporation, I'd like to thank you and welcome you here.
Yes.
And sana bumalik-balik ka dito.
Yes, of course.
So, para that way, we'll have another round of interview
Yes.
para yung questions ng mga students natin worldwide who are interested to
Yes.
study, work in Niagara College, Toronto, masasagot natin. So, thank you for watching and perhaps, Miss May,
Yes.
I'd like you to say goodbye to our
Yes,
viewers.
thank you for having me here, Birch, Fil-Global family. I'm very, very honored to be here. Thank you very much for the time you give me, to introduce our school and to let everybody who's watching now knows about this amazing opportunity and studying in Niagara College, Toronto. I hope you guys, enjoyed the talk show. And if you have questions or you want anything from us, just message Fil-Global and then we will assist you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.